Hi everyone, and welcome to the NWO Broadcasting. This channel only for you world leaders, game changers, visionaries around the world who are here to receive guidance, insight, motivation for co-creating prosperity, equality, and new ways to thrive, to succeed, and to leave a viable legacy for future generations throughout the world. Thank you for listening in. This is the first episode with me, Crystal Rosenkilde Christensen, inviting you in for inspiration as a New World Oracle to serve and to be with you on a monthly open source basis, so you always have a place to tap in, tune into, and to be supported in your important path. It is brought to my attention that many of you conscious visionaries throughout our planet are exhausted. We have the last 3 to 5 years been taken through a rapid transformation process because of the conscious leadership that we are meant to not only live but also to bring into the new world coming. And we will see that the rest of the world are catching up and having to adjust to this massive shift in energy. We have had 2,000 years in the age of Pisces, which were institutionalizing wealth creation, institutionalizing knowledge, institutionalizing and grouping our resources. Now the next 2,000 years, we have Age of Aquarius, which is unity, the power to the people. It is about creating sustainability for us as individuals and for the world and our planet. So this is a completely new way of being, where we have to truly tune into the values of co-creation, values of uplifting the humanness, the human collectiveness, that we have to raise the living standards for the people and for the planet. And here, this is important for all of you tuning in, and for the people you know. Share this message with conscious visionaries, world leaders, game changers, visionaries in your network. Because when we look back, for me, I'm Danish, and I live in a country with one of the oldest monarchies in the world. And here, as much as other places, it's not only the monarchs who were guiding and leading the countries. We would see throughout the world that there has been emperors. There has always been a person in power throughout the world, in different cultures, different nations. And what is important to remember, I'm hearing, is that it was all the visionaries who were lobbying how they saw the destiny of their countries or the destiny of their region. They were lobbying when they were talking to the monarchs, when they're talking to the leaders, to make sure and to push a certain direction of the countries. When we tune in to leaders around Denmark, when we look back hundreds and hundreds of years, going through wars, going through all sorts of challenges, it's all the same, that they, looking up to a king who were, some of the kings, I'm not saying all of the kings were like this, but some kings, looking into some emperors, looking into some leaders throughout the world who did not have the best interest of the people in mind. They were, just having a good time themselves. They were greedy. They were living off taxes, just, building their wealth from taxes from the people without having the interest of the people at heart. So it was visionaries, it was other power people in the society who were taking efforts into directing the kings, the emperors, the leaders into a new direction, changing the course of the destiny of countries and of the people. And that is you who are listening in right now. Everything that you are, everything you've succeeded with up until now, everything you dream of succeeding with moving forward, tuning into the age of Aquarius, the more you can have the interest of the people at mind and in your heart when you are creating your vision, strategizing, product developing, idea generation, innovative processes, everything, every thought, every choice, every action, every decision making. If you can have that at heart, the interests of the people throughout our planet, as much as navigating and having goals in mind, then you will have a greater success than ever before. Because then the younger generation will look up to you, people around you will look up to you, and leaders will start in a new way looking towards you to see what direction are you taking, what direction are you advising, how are you now directing your strategies. With that, I don't know if you hear the thunder around me, just this power and the encouragement from, Mother Earth herself saying, yes, it's time to step up. We cannot expect all institutionalized leaders to guide us into the right direction. Everybody who needs votes to stay in a certain position, many of their advisors will guide them towards saying and doing and choosing a lot to have the enough votes for the next time. But you guys out there, you women out there, you men out there who have either manifested great success, having influence through media throughout the world, visionaries who are sitting with new projects important for the world, starting to build influence. Whoever you are out there, know that your voice matters more than ever before. As individuals, but also in groupings. And I'll be happy to group you with people throughout the planet. If you need certain people, need to get in touch with certain people, just give me a shout, write me an email, contact me. But also just make sure that you as an individual, you as an individual institution, company, whoever you are, who are now creating new visions, new strategies, for the year to come, for the decade to come, for the century to come. Time is now to rethink where you think you are going. AI is going to change a lot, the structure in the world is going to change a lot, and the new generation is going to expect a lot different than what we were expected to do only a decades ago. So there is a big need for all of you to take a deep breath and reflect upon this very message, that you are the ones who are here to change the course of the direction, change the destiny for not only yourself, your employees, your people, your family, but for the entire planet. And if all of you listening in and who have been shared this video with you from some of your friends or by me, please know that when you take personal responsibility, making visions, strategies that hold not only the visions of yourself and your own people and your stakeholder chain at large, but for the good of everybody, for the good of people, lifting the living standards of everybody on our planet, whether it's a small project or big project, it doesn't matter. You just need to know that there is a new form of sustainability where we are looking at, is it a life supporting, life creating process, initiative, thought, choice, action that you have in front of you. And other way we're communicating it, other way that we are innovating new processes, do we have this in mind? Are we sure that what we're doing and communicating have this sort of campaigning with it, that we are encouraging people around us, nations around us, leaders, national leaders, institutional leaders, everyone around us? Are we affecting them? Are we influencing them in taking new direction for everybody to be able to thrive more, to be able to succeed in much greater than they ever dared to dream of, and leaving a positive legacy for future generations? This is a reflection of this first video that I've been given as a message for you to remember. I've worked as an executive advisor, as a top performance expert, an ambassador for conscious leadership for almost 2 decades. I've been guiding leaders in more than 30 countries from various fields, from everything from business to elite sports people in the top 5 in the world, to artists and politicians, everybody across the board. But common for all of them were that they had a visionary mindset and truly realizing that succeeding with their capacity was not only a matter of whether they won, whether they had the biggest bottom line in the industry, whether they had the most votes. Common for all of them was not only were they able to tap into much greater results once they started putting effort into lifting everybody in the stakeholder chain at the same time as working with how to succeed, which is such a grandness of awareness when you are in the top of your game or want to be in top of your game, to show that extra effort. That shows real power, true leadership. That is conscious leadership at its best.